All right, starting with number 9, it says write the equation for each graph. Just like the last couple days, we're going to compare to y equals x squared, which is always at the origin, right? So, if I had it at the origin, it would be right here. We can see it's still facing up. So the a is positive. We have a positive a because it's facing up. Let's see if it moved on the x-axis. It did. 1, 2, 3 spaces over. So it went to the left 3 for the x, which means on my x value, since that lies, that's going to be x plus 3. This also moves 1 down, because we had 1, 2, 3 to the left, and we had 1 down. So when we went down 1, that means our y value is going to be a minus 1. Now, let's just put that into the equation form. Y equals, and it's going to be positive, so I don't have to write a number. If you want to, you can write that positive sneaky 1. Since we move left and right, I need a parentheses, x plus 3, close parentheses squared, and then we also move down 1, so minus 1. Now, just know that in all of your final answers on a test, they will not have sneaky 1s, so if you saw this on a test, it would just say this. But both of these are correct. Okay, let's flip over to the back. Number 10. Now, we see this one is flipped, so this time we have a negative a, because it's going down. So we know the a value. Did this move left and right from the origin? 1, 2. It does. It moved 2 spaces to the right. So this one will need parentheses, because the only way we can move x is in parentheses. And it moves 1, 2, 3 spaces up. So 3 up. So 2 to the right is actually going to be x minus 2. And 3 up, that's going to be a plus 3. Now just write it in equation form. Y equals, this time we have a negative, so negative in parentheses, we have x minus 2 squared, and then we have plus 3. Let's look at number 11. The first thing I see is that it opens down, so I know I have a negative a, so it's going to start with a negative. Now, I check left and right. Here should have been my vertex at 0, 0. It doesn't look like it goes left or right, so there's no change in x. Now, from here to here, it does go up 1 space. It goes 1 up. So 1 up would be a plus 1 on my y-axis. So this one just ends up being y equals, there was no change in our x other than it being negative. So it starts with a negative, and we don't need a parentheses, so it's just x squared, and then it goes up 1, so plus 1. The only time you're going to have parentheses is when it moves left or right. If it doesn't move left or right, you will not have a parentheses, and your x will be squared. I want you guys to try number 12, all right? So push pause on the video and then push play after you have tried it. Push pause now. All right, here we go. Now, it's opening up, so that's going to be a positive a. I look, and from 0, 0, it moves to the left 1. So moving to the left 1, that is on my x-axis. Remember, x lies, so it's going to be x plus 1. It moves 1, 2 down. So if we went down by 2 with y's, that would just be represented as minus 2. Now put it all together. Y equals, we did have an x movement, so we need parentheses. X plus 1 squared, and then minus 2. Do the same thing with 13. Push pause until you've tried it, and then push play after you have your answer. Push pause now. All right, I hope you've worked it. From here to here, there is movement, but first thing I see is that it opens down, so it's actually going to be a negative a. So this one will start with a negative. It moves over to the right one space. So if it moves to the right 1, we write that as x minus 1, because x lies. It moves down one space. So down 1, that would just be showed with negative 1 with our y's. So we get y equals, we move left to right, so we need parentheses, x minus 1 squared, and then we have a minus 1. Sorry, we also had a negative a, so make sure there's a negative sign at the beginning. That is it for the notes. Let me show you what to do on your assignment. All right, here's your assignment. It's got 12 where you need to describe and a couple problems where you just need the graphs. So mainly, I want to see the descriptions because I know you can get the equations from the graphs. So just like the first page of our notes, every single one of these should start out with opens up or opens down, depending on if it's positive or negative, and then tell me if it goes to left or right and up or down based on this information. Use your notes on this, but I want to see the description for every single one. Good luck on your assignment today. I hope the video was helpful.